Hello, strangers. Some of you may already know this because I was chatting with you guys the whole time I was drinking, but I'm drunk. So yeah, this should be fun. So I was drinking at my favorite brewery, which is called Old Salem. It's down the road from my apartment actually, so that makes it nice and convenient. Um, and I was thinking while I was chatting with some of you guys on the group chat that honestly, this is probably a good time to talk about like myself and alcohol and stuff. I guess drinking beer is actually kind of a newish thing for me, like within the last year and a half. Before that, I always did wine and liquor because when I did culinary arts classes and I learned how to um, separate out flavors and everything, it made it so that when I would drink beers, after about halfway through the beer, all I would taste was yeast. So it took quite a few years to get past the yeastiness of beers and get to the point where I could actually enjoy them. So I talked about this story that I'm going to share now a little bit in the group chat. Honestly, shared a little bit more in the group chat than I was planning to today, but I'm drunk, so I'm going to just let it go. Sorry. Um, but I've only ever had enough to drink where I don't remember the rest of the day once, and that was on a camping trip with my club in college. Um, I had a bottle of mead that was probably, yeah, it was a bigger wine bottle sized bottle of mead. And it was quite strong. And I made the decision at dinner to start drinking straight from the bottle and drink the entire bottle within an hour. So I remember dinner. I remember starting to drink the bottle. I remember bits and pieces of the next maybe hour and a half after I finished the bottle. And then I remember waking up the next morning going, what the hell happened? Now, I have quite a few friends who were on this camping trip, and most of them have collaborated their stories. So most of this I am pretty confident happened. Some stuff is a little iffy. And one of these incidents is somebody somewhere still has video of. But I don't have access to that to put into this. Um, but so the main thing that everybody collaborated on is at some point after I blacked out and was wandering around without any memory of anything, I started going up to every person I saw, thrusting my fist into the air, holding the empty bottle, and going, "I finished it!" and expecting accolades for finishing a bunch of alcohol, because, woo! Um, Other things involve stroking the bottle and talking like Gollum, saying things like "my precious" and stuff, because, nerds. And attempting to join in a game that was already mid-session and accidentally wrecking the entire board. Yeah, those guys were not happy with me. The big one that there is photograph or video evidence of is later that night we had a bonfire going, which is a thing at every one of these camping trips. It's a trip every year called Feast, and it's a big deal for the club, and old members are welcome and everything, so I go most years. But one of the big things is we do a big bonfire up in the fire pit and do like a bardic competition where everybody does a song and we do a toast and everything at like midnight, and we have this big fire. So at some point after toast, this is after midnight, let me reiterate, I drank this bottle at probably 6:30ish at dinner. Um, this is hours later, and I don't remember anything leading up to this or anything after this. But at some point, there's video evidence that this happened. I attempted to leap over the bonfire. I was stopped, thankfully, by a friend who caught me and didn't let me do it, but I was literally inches away from falling face first into a fire that was as big as I was. So that's the main reason I haven't let myself get that drunk again. Um, Anywho, I'm gonna have to stop soon because otherwise I'm going to go way over the 7 minute mark, and I'm already working on a punishment. I don't really want another one, and I'm drunk enough. If I start telling more stories, I'm going to just keep going. um, so, yeah. So there's a couple of my stories about drinking. Um, I've got more. These were just some of the better ones, or also the ones that won't get people into trouble. Um, so yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.